There's the four fixtures that really interest us. The Bull game against Barara. Vipers playing Busoga. Busoga, that's a tricky one. Villa against URA, their nemesis. Uh, then Chitara at Bright Stars. So those are the tricky games that will really decide the title. For me, I'm looking at Bull really not getting all the 3 points from Barara, and I'm looking at Villa passing, getting a leeway from this other side and surprising everyone. So that's my prediction of the last of the title race towards the end of this league. We're remaining with three games. So give me your insight. What are you seeing from your end, and how are you looking at this title race altogether?
Now that Imbalala isn't into any relegation battle, I'm seeing them giving the game to Bull. I'm seeing them giving the game to Bull. I'm seeing them giving the game to Bull.
uh,
Bull might win that game because Barada is so clear it's not in the relegation battle.
uh,
It is so safe. It is more than safe. Yes, they'll play good game. They'll play good game, but
mm,
Bull might win it. For the side of SC Villa versus URA,
mm,
we saw what happened last season. URA made Villa not to win the championship last season
mm.
after URA beating Villa at Wankulukoko, and up now Villa is still in the up now
Yep.
Villa still can't believe it how they lost that championship last
They
season.
will not yet
So
recover from it,
they're
actually. They
coming
will not yet.
strong into this
Mm,
game to be like, you know what?
mm.
Yeah, let's let's prove a point. We need to win. We need to beat URA like how they did a comeback against Wakiso Giants. We didn't expect such a comeback uh, on Saturday. Everyone was like, "Wow, this is a shocker." That was a big comeback against Wakiso Giants.
Mm,
For Bright Stars versus Chitara,
mm.
yeah, even Bright Stars is also safe. They're not into a relegation battle. Uh, they play good football. I would say that, though the person I would expect to be a top scorer has lost form. Nelson Seca is not a guy who's now still on fire how he was.
Mm.
So Chitara, the kind of game they play in these last games, we saw them do a big comeback uh, over the weekend as well, from 2-0 to 3-2 to winning the game.
Mm.
It was a massive comeback with Carbon Living scoring that winner. Everyone
Yeah,
was like, "Wow, this is incredible!" It was a big comeback. Yeah. So
yeah,
generally, the title race is still on, and now not forgetting Busoga versus Vipers.
yeah. That one. Speak of that one.
Busoga, as I think of like Bull, yeah, as I think of like Bull is a team from home. Bull sometimes gives us some players on loan. Mm?
Yeah.
I'm fighting relegation.
Mm.
I need to stay in a top flight. Yeah, and the patron of Busoga, who was the former administrator of GGSS, Diana Nyago.
Mm.
Uh, of course, they have the issues with Vipers way back from Ginger to Chitende, that kind of movie. But
School football.
that's going to go in the experience. I'm going to go ahead and be like, you know what? I need to take this down. So, as what the FIFA president said last week, and everyone was shocked. Actually, I was shocked the clubs didn't get this memorandum, this document as early as possible of of like the winner is going to be considered on head to head, not goal
Yeah,
difference. Yeah,
yeah.
everyone
Surprising.
was shocked
Mm.
about it. Everyone was like, "Wow, this
That
is
was
new."
surprising.
But he
Mm.
said he wrote these things to the clubs, and the clubs they even shared a letter showing that these things were written like last year.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm. Meaning the clubs didn't take time to read the documents and they just threw them down there.
Exactly.
Okay? So when it goes head to head, even if Bull and Vipers have the same points, Bull is winning the championship because Bull has beaten Vipers home and away. Yeah, it's really crazy. So it's going to be some entertaining. Now we are doing it the Italian way, not the English yeah, not the English Premier League way. We're doing it the Italian way of
Yeah.
head to head. So all in all, this title will be determined on Saturday. No, that is Saturday. That's what I would say. But I'm giving it to Bull. I'm giving it to Bull. I'm giving it to Bull. Yeah.
Let me first read. Let me break down. Let me read to you the rules. Actually, the goal difference rule was not scripted off the Article 14. It was it was it was it was adjusted according to the pecking order. Like it's the fourth. If, all these have failed. The first one, as we mentioned, is the head-to-head headed between okay, this is Article 14, 4, subsection 4, C1. If the team does if total number of points accumulated, they will start with total number of points accumulated, and if Rule 14 C1, that if the points accumulated does not separate the teams, then the better team between the tying teams by head-to-head using the goal aggregate system will be ranked above the others. That means if a team, like for example, Bull and Vipers, they will rank them according to goals scored against, goals for, and they will basically that's the head-to-head points and the goals. Then the second rule, if the team, if the total number of points that will separate the teams, then the better team between the tying teams by virtual points. Now this is what confused me. Virtual points will be ranked above the others for purposes of this provision. Virtual points shall be the one extra point earned by the teams that win their match by 2 goals or more. I don't know whether that's also I don't know what that really brings, but that means that if a team
I didn't.
plays,
I didn't get it.
yeah, the second rule. Okay, the rule that perhaps we are used to is the fourth rule. That is the goal difference rule. But that one there is the fourth in terms of this ranking. First they'll use the head to head, then they'll use virtual points, then yeah, then goals scored against the goals conceded will be ranked above the others, and that's the third rule. You're right. This document was passed to the club, but it wasn't made public. I don't know why it wasn't made public because some of these rules, when FIFA is passing it out, it makes it public. But for this one, most people saw it that since the game was tight and it was the president who had to come out to to explain to people. People were like him, Saja ina side. So people were there Gatiwatigaga Msaji Yaloze side, and that's where the whole scuffle started on the internet. But still the document was passed. But I think these clubs, okay, the clubs knew it, and that's why these teams are not really causing a stir on social media. It was only us, the people who are not really in that, who are not privileged to get those documents. Yeah, so we proceed. Nambole. Nambole has been passed. Uh, it has been cleared to host the games. So the games between Uganda, Algeria, and I think Botswana will be hosted in Nambole. Uh, what does that say? What does Nambole bring? The X factor in terms of winning these games. Does Nambole really have that X factor in winning these games? Because most of our games we have been playing away from home. So since though last time as we were discussing, there's some works that were not really done to the expectation of the public. But regardless, for us, what we want is the games to be played in Nambole. So you give me your take on that in terms of the advantage that Uganda Cranes has in playing in Nambole. Yes, Hudson. Yeah.
I would say I'm so happy we're back. We're back at Dumble at last
Mhm.
after like 2.5 years of hosting games outside Numble and also outside Uganda. I know the first game Ugandans have one thing, they will go be like want to see which work was work done completely. After the minister promising they're going to fix the lights, they're going to fix the clock, they're going to organize the washrooms and everything.
mm,
He talked a lot whereby he talked a lot of on they're going to fix most of the things which people are complaining about. So the first game, Ugandans are going to be like, I'm going to watch the game, but I need to see whether the stadium is worthy the 72 billion. So
exactly.
generally, people are going to be doing accountability of Nambole in the first game. Don't watch the game, but they're happy that at last they can watch football at home compared to people information of like Egypt, we are in this country, not
Mm,
at home. But as a nation, I'm just so pleased that we are now back at home and we are hosting games at Nambole. The playing ground, the turf itself, I can't complain about it. It is so beautiful, it is so nice,
mm.
and yeah, it's worth playing from.
Absolutely. Yes. So we'll move on to rugby. This weekend, Pirates were hijacked in Ginger as Hippos took away the bragging rights in the first leg. Uh, that was a game that was close. It was 28-27, yeah, 28-27 to Hippos. It was a game of deception and many mistakes. For the first time, we saw Timothy Tisiga knock on. He dropped a ball, and Hippos capitalized on those mistakes. The flanks were wide open, and it's going to really be an interesting affair at Kings Park uh, this weekend. And also, we saw Heathens run riot on Cobb, 18, I think 32. So as we're heading, these are the semi-finals that the winners will decide. The winners from both legs will proceed to play the finals at Nambole. They'll also be opening Leaka small pitch there outside in Nambole. So just a small roundout on the rugby scene. You can throw in some light on that. But my prediction is that Pirates will, from both sides, Pirates will come up on top, especially at Kings Park. Yeah, there were some injuries. Some players were not playing. Humuro, I saw the player was injured. He has a spinal cord injury. So just briefly, just throw some light on the rugby scene, and we proceed to European football and see what is at stoke, especially with Real Madrid.
Yeah, like I told you last week earlier on, like winning from Ginger is hard
You're
because I
right, yeah.
think they're unbeaten this season at home. People, yeah. So Pirates went there with this thing of went there and they played some good first half because they were leading 21. I think it was 21 on some others, and it was 21. Yeah, they were 20. They had 21 points. In
The
the
first half, yeah.
process, Hippos came back strong. That this is home. This is we know every corner, and they capitalized on the mistakes of the Pirates. And what next? The last try, it was a real heartbreak for most of the Pirates fans and the players themselves. The last try
Yeah,
of the Hippos, which sealed the game.
yeah.
Generally, it was an interesting game because whoever went to Ginger said, "Wow, I've enjoyed rugby." Because first of all, the motocross was happening, then people had to watch rugby as well. Census was going on,
Mm,
so it was a busy weekend for most of the people. And everyone enjoyed the game of rugby
mm,
generally. For the Cubs heathens, I saw it coming. I saw it coming. It
mm,
wasn't a shocker to me,
mm.
and I know they're going to Chadondo. Uh, Heathens will take it. We take it down. I'm seeing the Heathens Pirates in the finals as you said,
Yeah.
and it will be an interesting finals. That's my prediction for the finals.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that one is it is visible. The two teams will face each other. Even last season, they were the top contenders for the title. Then we'll move on to basketball. We saw this week a lot of money being injected in the basketball scene from Casolite through Nile Breweries brand, using their flagship brand subsidiary of Casolite, injecting in 500 million in the basketball scene. Uh, Part of that money, we looked at 200. Okay, this is how they broke it down according to Douglas Karema. That's the marketing executive for Nile Breweries. 200 million will directly go to FUBA. I think that one is to run the league in terms of refereeing, transporting
Operation.
referee, the operations and all that. Then the 300 shall be used in operational costs. I didn't understand this operation cost and activation. For me, what I know from activation, uh, this is the ambience, provision of ambience, and usually it's like the way you see activation of Nile at Kings Park. They use that activation to brand, to bring in some few concepts and all that. So I don't know. You tell me, Hudson, for you, you are an inside in the basketball scene. How much do you think the clubs, each individual clubs will earn, and also is that money for the top flight league? Do the ladies also benefit from it, and also the Division One? So I don't know whether it's just for the top tier league, and if the top tier league does it involve the ladies too? So what's the information you're getting from that side?
I think the money is for the NBL top flight league. That is the ladies and the men as well. Lower division, I'm not sure about it.
Mm,
Uh, my question will still come: how much is the champion going to get, both men and women? That's the big question to me. How much are they getting?
mm,
Yeah, because we don't know how much the winner will get.
mm,
Yes, I'm just so happy. I'm glad at last FUBA has gotten a sponsor on board
mm.
who is willing to give the federation that good amount of money, 500 million. Of course, the
Yeah.
200 million is going to the federation itself straight.
Mm,
Then the 300 will be operations, then also clubs and etc. It's a good deal. I
mm.
would say it's not a bad deal. It's a good deal for a start. And if FUBA performs so well, we might see a lot of money injected in basketball. Like we see it in rugby, because now rugby, you look at teams that are getting over 40 million, over 50 million as just money from the now borrowers, which is
Yeah.
something so interesting. So generally, I would say if FUBA performs so well, and they show that, you know what, this money is worth the league.
Mm.
Nobody is continue. Kasai to just continue sponsoring the league, and it will be a big addition to the league, and we shall see some a more competitive league like how it is. That it will be more competitive, and we shall enjoy basketball in Uganda.
Okay. True. I was looking at that. Actually, I was looking. I don't know why Uganda Brewers did not take it on, but Nile has really taken over the sports scene, and they seem to really get that angle of branding, angle of marketing, and also sponsoring. Not only in basketball, they sponsored also football, and also rugby. So